what impact has it had on me? It gave me back to myself. To the point that I'm okay right here in this moment. Because you know why? This is me. And I'm the only one that can be me. I mean, I can try, and I have tried to be like other people because, you know, I was taught, well, that's a little better than what you are, and, you know, whatever. But now I know that there's only one Renee-ness. I mean, there's other Renees, but they're Renee-ness. But it's me, Renee-ness. And for me, it's like I can't even take in the depth and height and scope. It's liberating. It's freeing. It's living how I think we were meant to live. Living in my presence of the omnipresence of God. I'm the only one that can have my presence, but I'm part of this beautiful omnipresence. And everywhere I look is also the part of the omnipresence, even if it's just this plant. And it's such a beautiful creation. And having this class and getting to know the classmates and the teachers, and it is such a gift. I almost didn't give to myself, but Rudy and Jules insisted, and I was kind of, I am so, because you cannot describe how this undoes your erroneous perceptions, your erroneous beliefs, stuff you didn't even know you were carrying inside of you, stuff you didn't even know you were a slave to. So this has impacted my entire life, and it's going to continue to impact my entire life, because now I know who I am. I know who I am, and I know what I'm about, and then I get to stumble and fall and get up and be myself, and not have to worry about what anybody thinks or says about me. And I can do it with love and compassion. I don't have to be, you just get in your own corner and leave me alone. It doesn't have to be that way, because this understanding, I think, surpasses the human understanding. But it includes the human understanding, because it's the wholeness of reality. And I think that's why it's called Wholality instead of reality, because your wholeness, you don't even know your wholeness yet. I thought I knew my wholeness. I was taking the good parts of me, and that's my wholeness, and the other parts of me needed some work, but like all of us. But no, all of it, every bit of me, my thoughts, my feelings, my fears, every bit of it is all of me. And I have learned to love and accept all those parts of me, even the ones that I was taught I needed to change or ignore or press down. And so, you know, this came from God in the form of Jules and Rudy, honestly, because I have been a seeker my whole life. I know what consciousness is. I know how to take personal responsibility. I know what projection is. I knew a lot of stuff before I came in here, and it took everything I knew and arranged the parts and made the picture bigger and made it okay. I mean, more than okay. I mean, God ordained, because that's where we came from. This beautiful God creation that, you know, I thought that I knew I was a part of that, but not in the way that I know now. It's just, you know, I'm using all these nice words and everything, but the truth is it's really hard to put into words just exactly the effect of this knowledge and experience. It's not just head knowledge. We had meditations and exercises, and we were looking at things and communing within ourselves and talking with each other and doing one-on-one discussions with each other. You read the book, you do the lessons one day at a time. You get to talk with your classmates about it. You get to ask questions. We had webinars and embodiment webinars, and the whole thing was just brilliant the way it's put together. The other very different thing that I heard and learned in this class is that the course and the book and the instructors by design the intent is to give you back to yourself and not have you learn something by rote. You have to memorize these things, and these are the 18 steps you need to follow so you can live your life in more harmony and peace. There's none of that. There's like I heard, when you're done with this, burn the book. I've grown very fond of my classmates, and they're from all over the world, and it's going deep with these people that live on the other side of the world that you've never met in person and may never meet in person. It's a beautiful connection. And the instructors too, because I'm in Hawaii right now, and being able to be in person with Rudy and Jules is just a gift, a real gift, because we can just bring something up. What about this? And then we have this beautiful discussion, and I love them both very much, and I will always be grateful for them. And so in learning about perception being an inside job, I mean, when you first hear that, you're going, what? I can't tell you how many times I would just sit back and just be blown away at the perception, how much it made sense to see everything in wholeness instead of in pieces. But at the same time, each one of those little pieces is very important. It's part of the whole. And so I wasn't prepared for how that would impact my second by second living. For me, there's a sense of, I've heard it in the class. I may not fully understand it, but I understand it enough to give me peace beyond understanding, and the comfort that I am not only one piece of this big creation, but I am a very important piece, and that I don't have to rehearse to be myself. So it's all about pointing you to your sovereignty. You have integrity, you have honesty, you know how things work, and it's okay for you to be struggling, hurting, crying, yelling. That's all part of the wholeness of the human experience. Whereas we used to think that it's better to be on the positive side of life and always be, and not be negative or not think any of those things. And I've learned with the polarities and the understanding of the polarities that you can't have one without the other. It's like a battery is not going to work if there's only a positive side. It needs both sides. And I didn't realize that I was trying to operate my life with just the positive side of the battery. So now I understand that that's what makes me okay, is I can be that other side of the battery and do the dance between the two and understand it and have it be okay and commune with all aspects of me. I was always trying to, okay, don't be like that, don't be negative, you need to get back up on top of the hill where you were and in rose-colored glasses, and try not to look at that or give it energy. And so it's a way different way to live. Wholeness, you're living in your own wholeness that I explored in the last 6 months. I didn't know all my wholeness. I was kind of negating some of my wholeness. I mean, I was thinking that I was accepting it, accepting all that, but there were parts of me I was not accepting. And I've been able to commune and get familiar with all of me, and I will continue to do that. You know, win-win-win-win-win-win situation.
And if you could sum wholality up in a sentence or one or two words, what would that be?
I think wholality directs you to the reality of your wholeness, the reality of your wholality, the wholeness of your being. All inclusive, all inclusive. You can't go outside of it. It's all of you, every bit of it. And so if anyone is just having the slightest doubt about taking this course, give yourself the gift of your life in ways you could not imagine. I mean, even hearing what I have to say is not saying the whole thing. So my heartfelt eternal hugs and thanks go to Rudy and Jules Kennard for this book and this experience, and I will always be grateful and always connected to you guys in a very special way.